how to convert decimal fractions into a decimal. But today we're going to learn how to convert normal fractions into a decimal. So let's see what number we've got here. We've got 2 by 5. So we know that we have to get the number 10 or 100 to make a decimal fraction. So since the denominator is 5, the closest number is 10. So we want this 5 to turn into a 10. But how do we do that? We have to multiply 5 by what number that makes 10, and we have to multiply 2 by the same number to create a brand new fraction, and then we can turn that into a decimal. So 5 times what makes 10? 5, 10. 5 times 2 makes 10. So I put the number 2. We have to give 2 to this number as well to make it equivalent. So what's 2 times 2? 2, 4. So the number 4 comes here. So we've got the number 4 by 10. Now we know what to do, right? Place the number 4 and the point, and then count how many zeros are there, and move the decimal one step back because there's only one zero, and add the 0 behind it. So the answer for this is 0.4. We did it! Now let's have another example. 1 by 2. Now, what should we do with this? Remember, this is not a decimal fraction. So we have to make this fraction into a decimal fraction. So let's do the same as last time because 10 is the closest decimal number to 2. So we'll place the number 10 here. Now, 2 times what makes 10? We know that already. 2 times 5 makes 10. So I'll write the number 5 down. And we have to give the same number up. So there we have it. What's 1 times 5? That's easy. It's 5. So here we are. We've got a decimal fraction. 5 by 10. Now we know what to do, right? First, place the number, the numerator, and place the point after it. And count how many zeros are there. There's 1 0, so we only have to go one step back. And it's 0.5 or 0.5. There we have it. Let's do decimal addition. 21.65 plus 32.22. So what do we do? The first step of decimal addition is to move the point down. And now we do the same old addition we've learned. First, what's 5 plus 2? 5 plus 2 is 7. And now, what's 6 plus 2? So let's write the number 8 down. And so this is in the right of the decimal point. So these are decimal numbers. So we finished with the decimal numbers. Let's go down to the whole numbers. So what's 1 plus 2? We know that. That's easy, right? 3. And what's 2 plus 3? That's 5. So let's put the number 5 down as well. So, yippee! We've got the answer. It's 53.87. So now, let's do decimal subtraction. So, like last time, let's bring the decimal point down and then do our normal subtraction. First, let's go into the right side of the decimal point, which is called the decimal numbers. So let's start from here. What's 5 minus 2? What's 6 minus 2? It's 4. So we finished with the decimal side. Let's move on to the whole number side. What's 2 minus 1? That's 1. And what's 3 minus 2? That's also 1. We've got our answer. Let's read it. 11.43. Now, we're going to start decimal multiplication. So, it's going to be kind of different from addition and subtraction. First, we have to count how many points are there for the whole sum. So, there's only 1 point here altogether. We put the number 1 aside here. Now we do our normal multiplication, but let's forget about the point now. We just leave it as it is. Let's think of this number as 214 times 3. There's no point here. At the end, we'll think about what we have to do with the point. So, first let's do what's 4 times 3? It's 12. So, since we can't put the whole 12 here, we have to carry over. We have to put the 1 on top of here. And now, what's 3 times 1? 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 will be 4. And what's 3 times 2? That's easy, right? It's the number 6. So now we have the answer, 642. Now, remember, we still have the point. I've written the number 1 here because there's only 1 point. So, first, we have to keep a point after the number 2, after the last digit. And then, since there's 1 decimal point here, we have to move that to 1 spaces. If there was 2 decimal numbers, we have to move it to 2 spaces. If there was 3. So, get it? All together, not like in one number there can't be 3 decimal points. There will only be 1 point. But if there was like 3 spaces, 2 spaces, like if it was something like that, you'll have to move 3 spaces. So it'll be 0.642. But now we don't have that, so let's forget about that. So the answer here is 64.2. Now let's do decimal division. Let's look at the number we've got here. It's 21.4 divided by 3. So how do we do it? First, the same thing as usual. We'll put the decimal point up for any further details later. Now, first we have to do 2 divided by 3. We can't do 2 divided by 3 because 2 is lesser than 3. So we have to do 21 divided by 3. So 21 divided by 3 is 7. So now 7 times 3 is 21. 21 minus 21 is 0. And then we bring down the 4. So 4 divided by 3 will be 1. So 1 times 3 is 3. And 4 minus 3 would be 1. Now here's the thing. This is the remainder, right? We know that 1 is the remainder because we finished it all. There's no number to bring down, and there's no more things to do. But there is. We can actually put a 0 here. After the number 4, we can put a 0 here, and then we can bring down that 0 to make the number 10. So we have the number 10 here. So we can still divide. What's 10 divided by 3? Well, the closest number to 10 will be 3. 3 times 3 is 9. And we'll end up with the number 1 again, which we can add 0, bring down, but the same answer will come, and the remainder will be 1 at the end. The reason for this is that we can't divide 10 by 3. So at the end, it will be 7.133333 till infinity. So the answer would be this. Now let's do our normal division, but with a little twist. Now, 42 divided by 5. So we can't divide 4 by 5, right? Because 4 is lesser than 5. So we have to do the whole number 42 divided by 5. So what's 42 divided by 5? Let's count in the 5 timetable and see what's closest to 42. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So 40 is the closest number to 42. So it's 8. So I have to put the number 8 down. So 8 times 5 is 40. And the remainder is 2. But if you want the answer to be more accurate, we can do a slight little thing. We have to put a decimal point here and add a 0. And like that, we have to put the decimal point up, bring it up, and let's bring down the 0. So now we have the number 20. See my plan here? Yes. Now we have to divide 20 by 5, which can make our answer more accurate than it is. So, in the 5 timetable, 5 times 4 is 20. So we can put the number 4, and 4 times 5 is 20, and we get the remainder 0. So for people that want more accurate answers, this is the perfect method for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. See you later. Bye.